Hey guys, Eric here again with Pioneer Survival Company, and today I wanted to discuss a new piece of gear that I recently purchased. It is the Crua Hybrid 2. Now, this isn't your typical hammock or tent. It's actually a hybrid, as the name, describes. So what that means basically is you can set it up in tent form on the ground, or very easily just pick it up, slap it on some hammock straps, and you have yourself a tent that's suspended in the air. Now, normally I laugh about this type of thing. They're just not very good usually. And this product is a little bit different. I actually really like this product, minus a couple things. Let me go ahead and start off by saying I'm not affiliated with Crua in any way. However, I am affiliated with Fortress Clothing. So if you'd like to wear some clothing that will keep you warm in the winter, even when wet, head on over to our website and check that out. And if you use discount code PSC20, you'll get 20% off at checkout. Let's go ahead and jump into this and see some of the awesome features on it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at some of the features here. This can actually be set up without the Rainfly. I've got the Rainfly on it right now. So basically it's either just when it's on the ground in tent mode. It's a screen tent. The screen is actually, you'll see it in just a second, the screen's actually built into the hammock slash tent. So in tent mode, it's a screen tent, or in hammock mode, it's just a normal hammock with your bug net already on it, which is really nice to keep those, no seams off you. That's my biggest complaint about hammock camping in the summer. I just hate mosquitoes. I cannot stand mosquitoes. So, this is going to help with that immensely. Basically, the Rainfly just attaches on the four corners with snaps, and then you have a couple guy lines. You can see this. You got some guy lines here to pull this Rainfly out. That Rainfly is actually really nice. When we get inside of this, I'll show you what that looks like. When it's in tent form, that gives you a lot of extra storage space. In hammock mode, you can't really store a whole lot. On the inside of this, there's actually a wall right here, and you can unzip that. So in hammock mode, you can access that, but you can maybe put a pair of shoes there. That's what I did last night, and kept my shoes dry. There's not one complaint. There's not a whole lot of storage inside this in hammock mode. So, you have to think about that. That is one thing I'm testing out. I got the Eno gear sling underneath here. So I was testing out last night to see whether or not the rain would kind of run down the sides and get on it. Everything stayed dry last night, but it wasn't like a monsoon. It was just kind of a steady rain, so I don't know yet. As far as, if there's wind or anything like that, whether or not the gear sling will keep your gear dry. But in tent mode, yeah, you've got plenty of storage space up here, and then in the foot section, there's another area that comes out that you could store some gear under. So let's get back to this. As I had said, the Rainfly snaps onto the corners here, and then it's just Velcros right along the bottom. Got these handy little toggles right here that will keep this up out of the way. Also, this is actually the Crua Hybrid Mach 2. So they had made some improvements over the first generation one. One of the improvements is on this Rainfly. It has a reflective coating on the inside. So it helps to keep you a little bit warmer on those chillier nights by reflecting your body heat back into you. So I really like that. Obviously, if it's too cold of a night, you're still going to need a pad or something underneath you. Just due to convection, the wind will still be blowing underneath you, and you'll lose body heat down there. So as I was saying, if the Rainfly wasn't on it, you'd basically have this. It's just a giant screen tent on top of your hammock. And this works real nice. You can actually access this from either the left or the right side, or when it's on tent mode, you can, as I was saying earlier, you can unzip the front or the head part of this, and you can actually crawl into the tent from the front also. I would prefer to use that for gear storage though, so I'd probably just keep that all zipped up and have my pack or something like that underneath there, and then continue just hopping in through the side. Bug net also rolls up nicely out of the way if you don't want that hanging there. If my fingers will, there we go. If my fingers will work, and I can use a simple toggle. Obviously there's going to be a train right now. I'm testing this out actually in my backyard because, you know, I never want to take a piece of gear out into the field that's been untested, and obviously it's just safest to do it in the backyard where if something goes wrong, I can just walk in the house. Alright, let me go ahead and reposition the camera and I'll give you a quick look of the inside of this. Alright, moving on into the inside. As you can see, there's quite a bit of room in here. I believe this is about 7.5 foot long. So I'm 6'4", and I've got plenty of room inside this thing. It's, let me think here, I think it's 2.7 feet wide, so I'm actually used to double wide hammocks, but you know, this one's not too bad. It doesn't really compress my shoulders too much or anything, so I like that. As I had said before, the wind's not cooperating with me right now. You know, you have access on both sides where you can get out if you want to. So that's a nice feature. And then this is the head portion I was telling you about, where you can unzip that from the inside. And, you know, with this on the ground and all staked out, this is just a nice storage area to kind of just throw some gear in there. I actually like to throw my, I did this last night to keep my my boots dry, but I just throw my shoes in there when it's in hammock mode, and you know, they really can't fall out. So as long as it's not like a super strong rain, it should keep your shoes up off the ground and kind of dry. Sorry, making everybody motion sick. All right, and let's see, another upgrade they did. If I can, I don't know if I'll be able to show this on camera. Yeah, I can. Here we go. On the original Crua hybrid, they have these spacer bars. Now, this tent, I know the ultralight guys are going to be like, oh, I would never go backpacking with something that heavy. It weighs in at about 5 pounds, which 5 pounds for me, I could care less. 5 pounds. All of the hammock gear I actually carried, I weighed, and it was right about 5 pounds. So this is all combined together. I don't have to take any extra tarps or, you know, tree straps or anything like that. It all just comes in this, and it's 5 pounds. Now, if you want to use this only in tent mode, you don't need this metal bar. And this is an upgrade from the original Crua hybrid. Before, these poles actually had holes drilled in them, and the straps, these ropes were actually permanently attached to them, so you couldn't remove it. On this one, they're actually sewed to this fabric, and then the pole just goes through this sleeve here in the center, and it's you know, fully removable. So that's nice if you're concerned about weight at all and trying to get rid of some of that for the trails. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Is Eric going to bust his ass on YouTube? And I'm hoping not, considering I just slipped a disc in my back last week. It's getting better now, so, you know, I really don't want to hurt myself again. But yeah, as you can see, I can hop right in this thing, slide all the way to the top. I'm nice and comfy. I've got about 6 inches from my head to the head, top portion. I have about 6 inches from my feet to the foot portion down there, so I've got plenty of room. The next thing I'm going to test out, I'm going to go ahead and throw my climate insulated V sleeping pad in there, just to make sure that's compatible with this. I don't really see any reason why it won't be, so that's a plus. Now for the complaints. Let me go ahead and complain. I'm an American, and I've been speaking English my entire life, and the directions that Crua send with this thing on how to set it up, I mean, there's English in it, I guess, but the pictures and the text that go with the pictures, I mean, you might as well throw those directions away when you get it, because they suck. Like, they will not tell you how to set this thing up. And then the little QR code that is on the instructions that you can scan, and it's like, oh, scan this to go to a video on how to set it up. The QR code doesn't even work. So, you're pretty well screwed. I Googled it, and I ended up finding a video for the Crua Hybrid, the original version, which doesn't set up anything like this one. So basically, I just had to spend like 2 hours figuring out how to set it up. And actually, after I figured out how to set it up, I can set it up really quick now. So, no issues with that. In fact, I'll probably go ahead and just do a video, because there's no videos out there on how to actually set this thing up. Besides the original Crua one, that, like I said, sucks. So, I'll actually make a good video on how to set this thing up, step by step, so that, other people aren't ripping their hair out trying to figure out how to do this. I'll set it up, and I'll do 2 separate videos, because it will get kind of long. I'll set it up in hammock and tent mode first, so keep an eye out for that. It'll be coming out soon. Well, I think that pretty much wraps everything up on the Crua Hybrid Mark II. If you have any questions about it, go ahead and send us an email at pioneersurvivalcompany@gmail.com. Also, you can swing over to our website at pioneersurvivalcompany.com, or check us out on Facebook and YouTube at Pioneer Survival Company. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.